What up, guys? It is the Nation, the Xander Nation, and this is my first video on the Raw review for October 28th, 2024. Now, I know that this is super late. It's going to be uploaded Tuesday, but I was tired as hell yesterday, and as I was trying to catch up with it, I didn't get off work until like 11, and then at the same time, I was trying to watch the show. I had it recorded on Hulu, so then usually I'll have an hour in. I'll usually let the show record for an hour in, and then I can fast forward the commercials by then, and then usually I can catch up towards the main event at the end of the show and be live at that point. But I didn't because I was just so caught up with work, and I was tackling both work and listening to Raw and watching at the same time. But I was paying attention to it and putting my notes down and whatnot. And the reason why I'm also doing this so late is also because my computer was taking forever to update. What happened was that I was sleeping and I fell asleep at 2 in the morning, and I was watching Cobra Kai. Started watching Cobra Kai, and I was up until 2 in the morning watching it, and I'm like, oh shit, I need to go to sleep. And then I turned off my computer, and then the computer, after I wanted to turn it on, was taking forever to boot up. Like, I didn't know. It took like 30 minutes, so I decided to watch more Cobra Kai during that time. I was having my breakfast and my coffee during the time. That shit took like an hour, so I don't know what is up with it. But anyways, I'm here now, and that's the matter. And so the show starts with them obviously showing the crown jewel belt for the millionth time, ever since Bad Blood came out. After it was finished, and we didn't see CM Punk after that. We've seen the Crown Jewel belt like every show since then, and I'm tired of seeing it. And thankfully, this is the last time, other than Friday, that we get to see it. Although I'm been doing pretty good on like not watching the spoilers and not trying to spoil myself on that. I really haven't been recommending any shit, getting shit recommended to me wrestling related, because I unsubscribed from the WWE, both the channels, like the WWE USA one and the WWE one, because usually I'm like listening to my YouTube videos by then, and then when I check my subscription, of course, the shorts of WWE and the videos of WWE spoil it, and I'm just like, oh great, I don't want to like watch this. I have nothing to look forward to. Just it's great to look forward to the show with like not knowing it rather than going and knowing it. That's why I try to avoid the spoilers and whatnot, because it takes it throughout the the mysterious and the ambiguity of what might happen during the event. And then we get a recap of the main event of last Monday's show, which is Braun versus Jay for the Intercontinental Championship. And then, which then we get a recap of the main event of SmackDown. So pretty much the first 6 to 7 minutes are really recaps of last week's segments in a now 2-hour show. Which this is why that we don't get to see the Y6, or we don't get to see much folks wrestle more, because they're taking up so much time doing recaps of shit that we get to see thousands of times over. We're going to see this on Friday too, and then even though it's pre-taped and whatnot. But the show finally starts now after 6 to 7 minutes of with Jey Uso finally, and then he's doing this theme on top of the arena at one point, and then slowly going down. And of course, I'm reminded how awesome Lilian Garcia is, because it's her and Justin Robert I grew up to, and it takes them 2 cool minutes just for him to say that they cost him the belts, so he cost them their belts, the tag team titles. And then he says he wants to talk to Jimmy. And then, no shocker, Jimmy comes out, since the draft just means you're branded to wrestle and be here. But I think, I think he got drafted. I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure when the Bloodline got drafted, it was Solo, Jimmy, and Paul Heyman. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like he got fucking taken out for 6 months, and then he's back on Raw like 6 months later. It's like he hasn't wrestled on SmackDown since. And then Jimmy wants to talk to him, that he wants to take down the Bloodline with Jay, and then he tells him that he's the one, but Jay's telling him that he ain't the ones. because the last time you seen him, he super kicked his head in the ring. But before that, he also cost him the belt. Well, match that he was supposed to win. In that case, it looked like he was going to be Gunther at that point, clean. And then Jay talks about him not being wants to be sidemen, but they've pretty much been Roman's lackeys for for the better half of 3 years. He got his ass beat in 2020, and then he became a lackey ever since then. Until like Night of Champions. Or I think it pretty much started when after WrestleMania 39 when they lost their belt, and then Roman was like pissed off at them for losing their belts, and meanwhile he kept his at that point. And then it's like you're his sideman for God knows how long, and it's like you want to talk about not you don't want to be a sideman, and then Jim wants to say that he wants to see the OCC, and he says that he'll be there. And then Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa jump the twins, of course, with Solo and Jacob on the ringside. And then Jacob just kicks the fuck out of Jay. And then the crowd chants OTC like Roman gets paid enough to go on Raw, which he isn't going to unless it's the last week or two before WrestleMania. And then they put Jay in the corner of similar how they put Jimmy and how they commissioned him out for half the year. And then Jay throws Jacob Fatu's chair at his damn face, and then they just Jay just goes swinging at him with a chair, right? And then they just beat a 2v4. It's like, why do y'all need Roman, or why do you need Sammy? Well, we'll go with that later on, but it's like, dude, this in a realistic scenario, if I had a chair and if I was with my friend and there's 4 other guys, I'm going to get my ass beat. I'm probably going to get a swing or two, but then after that, I'm not going to have time to get another swing in, and then I'm going to get my ass jumped after that. And then after that, we show recaps of WrestleMania 40 of the main event of night 1, showing like mic'd up. If you watch NFL, if you watch mic'd up of how all the players or the coaches talk and whatnot, it's pretty much that, and they're going to show the rest of it on Friday on YouTube. So I'm like, I don't really care about that. So, and then Adam tells Nick that he needs to tell his that he needs to control his wrestlers, even though that's the number one thing that he should be telling himself, because he's never in control of his wrestlers ever. He's never out there to, if someone's having beef out there and find someone, Adam Pearce isn't going to do a damn thing about it because he's a terrible manager. Meanwhile, Nick Aldis is always out there putting himself in the middle, last week on Friday. He put himself between the Motor City Machine Guns and the Bloodline. He's like, y'all ain't fighting right now, you're gonna fight until next week. And then, he's way bigger than all of them. He's a foot taller than all of them combined. And Nick is same thing. Nick is probably a foot taller than Adam. And he's way more intimidating and way more controlling and better manager than 1,000 times than Adam has ever been in the, I don't know how long Nick Aldis has been a manager. I think 5, I think since WrestleMania. I don't know. I think it's been before that. I think since Royal Rumble, but I could be wrong because I know Adam was doing both at the same time. And then I believe it's commercial after that, and then Dom is confident. We go back to Dominic Mysterio, and then he's confident that he's going to beat the ex World Heavyweight Champion, which he's telling Adam. And then Adam Pearce is telling him that it's Damian Priest, which is a match that we saw last month. And I saw that match live as well with my girlfriend and my grandma, it was okay, other than, I got to see the same Aspian, for 5 weeks. It's we get to see the same scenario. Well, it's it's the same scenario, but it's played out differently. It's just the same thing, but it's at a different place. The same shit, different place, pretty much. It's what's nothing different. It's just the same outcome. It's just the goal, the end goal is is what always happens. Is that, the path that they take is just, it's always different, but, it's always the same ending, to a video game, And then, we get back to after that. It's Ludwig Kaiser that gets a jobber entrance against Fight Night Sheamus. And then nothing interesting really happens. I wasn't really paying attention other than Sheamus kneeing the fuck out of Ludwig Kaiser and then bro kicking him. And then that's the 1, 2, 3. And then after that, we go back to seeing the Usos with Sami Zayn, which shows the inevitable of Sami being in War Games in Canada. I say this because, you know, one's in Canada and Sami Zayn is Canadian, so he's like super duper over, you know, the home field advantage. But with Kevin Owens, I'm pretty sure he's going to wrestle Cody. He's going to be the heel there while Sami's the babyface there. But Jay tells him that he's not family. But I know that they're going to get their ass beat, and then they're going to get Sami Zayn to even it out, because Cody's not going to wrestle in War Games and do double duty, even though he's been helping the Bloodline. And I don't see them, like, you know, gain any of their, like, any of their family along, like, Zilla Fatu or, like, oh, fuck. I forget who else, but y'all gotta let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna go down to Sami Zayn, which then, with Sami being the face over there in Survivor Series and Kevin Owens being the heel, it's going to like set Kevin Owens over the edge, because now it's Sami Zayn that's helping the Bloodline. First it was it was Cody Rhodes that was helping him. And then it was Randy Orton that was helping the Bloodline. Well, the new Bloodline. And then what's going to set him off is Sami Zayn, and that's going to put him over the edge, and that's going to make him, like, you know, fucking explode. And then, you know, we're going to get Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, I'm pretty sure, at WrestleMania 41. Without a doubt, I'm pretty sure, because no way is that going to be at the Royal Rumble or at Elimination Chamber. I'm pretty sure that's going to be at a WrestleMania match. I mean, they had one at 37, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly. And then, you know, they were both jobbers to after the WrestleMania after that, when Kevin Owens lost to Steve Austin and Sami Zayn lost to fucking Jackass. And then we get a video package with Gunther telling Cody that it'll be him and Randy versus Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser on Friday, which, you know, it's pre-taped, so he was there already at the last show, so, you know, they already, you know, wrestled by then. So, after that, we get the LWO, but mainly Zelina Vega having a match against Ivy Nile. And then nothing really remotely happens here. I think there was like a little bit of interference between the Creed brothers helping Ivy Nile, but then she does like a swinging Uranagi to pin her for the 1, 2, 3. And then Jim follows up about Jay about Sami Zayn, and then Jim says he wants to talk to him. And then after commercial, we get Seth Rollins in a promo, if I can call it that. And then Bronson Reed is talking to him on the Titantron, and then Seth Rollins is running back over to get his ass beat. And then he gets thrown on a car, which goes back to my point early on. It's like, why is Adam Pearce, like, even, like, a manager? Like, he can't even control his own wrestlers. Meanwhile, Nick Aldis has, like, some control. You know, granted, the Bloodline is 4 people. It's like, you know, is it really going to put his staff through that? Going to get their staff ass beaten? Like, really? But after that, Seth throws like the back door of the truck on him, like slams it, like trying to close it, and then like curb stomps him on the hood of the car, which was, you know, pretty cool, I guess. But then you know, he's walking away, and the security is like dragging him away, and then Bronson Reed's getting up, and then he's, you know, they're squaring up again. And then that's all I remember after that. And then after commercial, we get to see R-Truth and Alpha Academy talk about how talking, and then we see the Miz apologizing, and then with him forgiving, R-Truth forgiving him, we thought, but then he gets bitch slapped by R-Truth, which I found hell funny. He says he's going to deal with the Wyatt Six. And then after that, we get Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus the War Raiders, and then versus the New Day. Now, I thought that the New Day was going to win, therefore, they can get another shot at the tag team belts, and then, setting them, further down the spiral of, like, Kofi versus Xavier Woods. And then, nothing really got my attention, really. The match was awfully long, going through commercials, and the crowd barely seems that it was into it. The ending sequence was Dragon Lee was setting up Rey Mysterio to do the 619, and then Dragon Lee jumps over to jump on one of the Viking Raiders or War Raiders, and then Rey's run to the rope by the commentary table, and then Chad Gable like pulls him and does an ankle lock on Rey Mysterio's ankle, and then letting the War Raiders win. And we get Karen Cross telling The Miz after that. We get Karen Cross telling The Miz that he needs to find Bo Dallas or he'll break his legs, which he's supposed to say Uncle Howdy, I'm pretty sure, because, I don't think they're supposed to quote-unquote know it's Bo Dallas, but it's like, dude, it's Uncle Howdy, not Bo Dallas. Like, the man under the mask is Bo Dallas, but it's Uncle Howdy. And then we get the main event, which is Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio. And then we see Jim walking out, just seeing follow up about asking Jay about how it went. Like, Jay asked Jim how it went, and then we see Sammy in the distance that talking to Solo, which I have no idea what that's gonna lead to be frank. And then it's still like, we're gonna get, no way we're gonna get two heels, which is Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn being heels in Canada for a pay-per-view, even though no one's paying to see them, either of them. Because I believe that Sammy with it's going to be in the OG bloodline versus the new one, which is, Kevin Owens is going to lose his mind and his collective shit. And then the match finally starts, and nothing remotely entertaining happened other than the end where the Judgment Day helped Dom, which before that, Dominic Mysterio said that he didn't want help from the Judgment Day, but then they come out anyways. But then Damian Priest starts slamming people with the chair, and then get back in the ring, and then tries swinging it again, like to one of the folks that was out at the ring trying to run away, like towards the ramp. And then Dominic Mysterio rolls up Damian Priest for the 1-2-3 and wins the match shockingly. Like I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a world title match, I'm pretty sure, against Gunther. But I can see a scenario where Sheamus fights him at the pay-per-view, because I could see this before Survivor Series, where Dominic and Gunther wrestle, and then Dominic doesn't win at that point. But I can see Sheamus wrestling at Survivor Series because he just wrestled Ludwig Kaiser, and then he he's part of his faction and whatnot. So, he's going to be like, oi, I beat your Ludwig Kaiser's ass, mate. Now I'm going to come for your belt. And so I'm pretty sure he's going to do that. If that's even a pay-per-view worthy show. But after the main event, Damian Priest does the Razor's Edge to Dominic Mysterio and repeatedly, slams Dominic Mysterio with a chair. I mean, yeah, he won the match, but, at what cost? He got, his ass beat unfairly. He got hit by, Damian Priest's entire moveset. With the South of Heaven, the Razor's Edge, and then him getting slammed by the chair, and him doing God knows whatever. And it's if the Judgment Day wasn't out here, he would have gotten, lets him an ass beating, and he would have gotten a fair match. And it's like you won, but at like what cost? But I don't see. I see now that Dominic Mysterio can boast over Damian Priest that he pinned a ex World Heavyweight Champion. Is that if he had the belt on him, then he would be entitled to a shot. But he beat the ex World Heavyweight Champion. But I can see a scenario where it's Dominic versus Gunther, but I can see Judgment Day helping out Gunther, or not Gunther, Dominic, but then Damian Priest or Ludwig interferes, or the Terror Twins, Rhea and Damien as well. But I don't see that, but we'll see. All right. I'll see y'all for Friday. Let me know what y'all think of this. This is my first review of this, and I was just reading off my script and reading off of like notes that I wrote down, but I was just going off of those notes. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you maybe Friday. We'll see. All right, peace.